Okay. You have stated on numerous occasions that it is a hostile act to even entertain the idea of foreign peacekeepers. Would, under any circumstance, the Russian Federation think about neutral peacekeepers in the territory?
The biggest advocates of something like stability force, sustainability force, are Macron and Starmer. And they are not thinking about any neutral force. They say we, Macron and Starmer, would be the countries who would provide the most of the contingent. They talk, by the way, to countries outside European Union, including Turkey. They talk, according to the rumors, they said that they are talking to China, which is a lie. India, Indonesia, they mention. My question is, first, President Trump, who, as I mentioned already, seems to understand much more about what is going on than any European leader, except I would highlight Hungary and Slovakia. These leaders are quite thoughtful, but it was President Trump who said first many things on NATO, on territories, and he said that when asked about this idea of a contingent, a force, a group, whatever you call it, there should be some discussion between the parties. They say, I think Macron said, no discussion with Russians, Ukraine is a sovereign country, it has the right to invite anybody. And they are inviting us. In brackets, I would repeat what Zelensky said. We don't need peacekeepers, we need fighting units. So make your own conclusion. But Kit Kellogg, by the way, yesterday said that why don't we divide Ukraine like we divided Berlin after World War II? Then he said he was misunderstood, misspoken, but everybody is missing the key point. Imagine, yes, leaders of Brussels bureaucracy, they say we must reach a deal which at the end of the day must guarantee Ukraine sovereignty. They, by the way, didn't mention territorial integrity, but sovereignty. Mm-hmm. My question is to them, you mean you want to have peacekeepers to keep the same regime which is now headed by Zelensky? You don't want to ask this regime whether it would be interested in implementing the international commitments, including UN Charter, regarding the rights of minorities for national minorities, language and religious rights. Nobody is raising the issue. So my conclusion is that by ignoring the gross violation of all the international norms about human beings, by ignoring these norms and violations by Zelensky of these norms, and at the same time by discussing deployment of something military, call it peacekeeping, call it stabilization force, on the remaining part of Ukraine, they want to use this force not to keep peace, but to keep and protect the Nazist regime. And this is key. Everything else is smoke screen.